Okay, take three. Had a good recording the second time. But anyway, what's going on, guys? Before I said here, this is yet again my third take on recording this tutorial. Um, Basically, what I'm going to talk about is what riffs are, how you can achieve riffs, how you can build chords, how you can add swing to your drums without using the swing function on FL Studio. I like to do things manually. I mean, these tricks will help you develop, your own style and your own way of expressing your music. Because again, music is basically another language anyway, and using all the different tools to help articulate what you want to say in your music. So, without further ado, I'll go ahead and get started. I am using FL Studio. Excuse me. I'm using FL Studio for this tutorial. I know there have been some debates and things going on about how people are using, digital as opposed to analog, as opposed to hardware, and I agree with those statements. I do think that for you to fully understand the software that you're using, you need to have some type of experience, some type of exposure to analog hardware. Um, because once you have that exposure, you can then emulate what you're trying to achieve in the software. You can basically use the software at your will. I mean, think of it this way. Well, back in the day, I don't know how it is now, but when you learned math, right, you first had to learn by hand before you even thought of trying to get a calculator. Um, I mean, when I mentor kids and tutor them in math, I don't have them use a cal. They're not going to use a calculator if I'm tutoring. They use it by hand. They do it by hand because in order to fully understand the functionality of the calculator and be able to articulate, and think of math at the drop of a hat. You fully understand it. You need to do it by hand. You need to do it on your own, without having that crutch. So fully understanding math, in this case, the hardware by hand, you can, do more. I think with software, computer software, and things like that. Help you emulate things, help you think of different ways to, again, achieve and articulate your music in different ways. All right, so a chord, a riff. I'm going to use a quote from my man Chris Rawls, Lou Rawls' younger brother, um, that he posted on the Producers Network. So, a riff, a melodic or percussive demonstration of alternating notes and or rhythms. And basically, what that means, the easiest way to explain that is, just so you know, I'm going to be working with the D minor scale through this whole tutorial and exercise. And back to my explanation. You're basically trickling up to a certain key in that scale that you're working in. So let's say you found your scale, you found your key, you thought of some keys, that you wanted to use in a track, and you want to riff up to that key. You basically use that scale. Grab my little keyboard. All right, let's say you're at you want to use B minor in your scale. In your track. B minor. All right. So a riff, a small riff, is basically you're taking the note behind it, which is A minor, and jumping up to B minor. Like this. That's basically what you're doing. So, and that's basically what a riff is. You can riff melodies. Um, you can jump all over the place, but for the most part, I think to have a clean riff, you must follow the scale. I mean, I guess you can jump from one key in the scale to maybe two up, but I usually like, if I'm going to riff, I'm going to riff each key in each scale. I mean, yeah, in each scale. So I just think it sounds much cleaner. But again, you can talk however you want to talk through your music. So, but just follow. You need to follow the scales at least. So, all right. Now, I'll show you how to do this with the software. Another thing that I did want to mention is that link. I know I've posted it like 10 times. I'll include it in the description. So you can take a look at it. I think it's a great chart. It helps you understand where you are when building, if you wanted to build chords and things like that. A thing about chords, I can do a quick explanation of chords. Basically, a chord is a combination of keys within a scale played together. And what I mean by combination is usually like you have your starting point. Let's say you want to start at E flat right here, and then you would jump up two keys. Every two keys you would add a key to your chord structure. So let's say you're at E flat, you jump up two keys in this scale to G flat, jump up two keys, B flat, jump up two keys, D flat, jump up two keys, F. Because you can go up to 5 keys for a 9 chord. A 3 chord is 2 keys, meaning E flat, G flat. A 5 chord is 3 keys, meaning E flat, G flat, B flat. 7 chord is 4 keys, E flat, G flat, B flat, D flat, and 9 is up to F. So as just a quick explanation of what chords are and how you get your chords, and you would do that for each scale, But again, I'm working on the D flat scale. All right, so back to this. So going to quickly explain pitch bending. I know there was a discussion on using synths in a creative way instead of just having 4 notes play, or just some little melody that's not really all that engaging at really not all that engaging sometimes. So let me go to my pattern here. I wish my throat quit getting dry, but anyway, here we go. So I'm gonna go ahead and play this. So there's 5 keys being played on the D flat scale. It's all right. It's a little melody. But let's say you wanted to add a little flair to it. That's where riffs come in. You add a little flair, a little soloization, a little bit. Just something to jazz it up. And riffs give you that extra edge, that extra jump. So let's say I wanted to make this. Well, my throat being dry, I ain't gonna be able to sing it like I want. But all right, so So I'm going to go ahead and start on my construction of doing that. All right. So that's what's in my head at the moment. All right. So right now you're at B flat. This is the first key, B flat. So you want to sorry. You would think that I would be better at remembering this stuff the more takes I do. But anyway, one thing about the albino VST, you can bend your notes with glide turned on. You can see how every time I touch a note, it bends down to it when you're riffing. So that's one good thing to achieve out of really. That's one good thing that you can achieve with synths. You can add some bending to kind of bring out those synths and give it that extra soul that you want. And also to achieve this, if your VST doesn't have a glide function, you can go to the miscellaneous tab and click on mono. Mono will give you that sliding, and this is you can also control the amount of slide that you receive during your key changes. So, all right. Another thing that I do want to mention was when you're pitch bending, or when you're pitch bending. I don't know what just happened. Um, you can only play one key at a time, so you can't build chords with pitch bending. The only time you can really pitch bend a chord is probably you would have to create your chords in advance, probably using sample converter or something, or create a chord that would then. I mean, it's simple to do. You just create a chord that you would then load into. I would probably create it as a sound font, then load it into the sound font player, because sound font players allow you to bend their notes. So you would put in the sound font player, go to the miscellaneous, turn mono on, and then each chord would bend. So I mean, again, yeah, that's how you can fully utilize these types of programs. You got to understand how it works outside of the program to really get this program. All right, so let me go back and start my building. What I did, usually the default method for the note placement is set to line. I'm going to set it to 1/6 of a step, which basically gives you a little more control on where you can lay your notes. I mean, the most control is at none, but I want to stick to 1/6 because it's easier to snap into place my my riffs and my swings the way I want them. So again, you're at B flat. Let's look at the key before B flat, which is A flat. All right. So to give that, you go to A flat. Okay. And so, as you can see, you're going to hear this type of sound. I'm playing my keyboard right now. See? Alright, so that gives you that little bend and that riff. Now, if you were dealing with a piano or a guitar or something that couldn't give you that bend, I would suggest bringing this down some and moving this over, maybe a slot over. Then that'll give you a better riff. but I'll actually explain. You'll see that example when I talk about chords, because I'm going to riff a chord as well. All right, so I said I was going to go. All right, so we're already starting at this key. All right, that's the key before there. One thing I do want to say is, you see how small these boxes get when you change the step to 1.5. I'm at 1/6 of a step. Um, these boxes here, before each step or before each snare that I'll show, usually if you have the starting point either within the last box before the next hit, or 1/6 of a slot behind it, that's going to give you that. That's going to give you that swing that you want. And you know, it's easy. It's better to just go ahead and do your own swings, and then you can control, you know, the swing. You can control it. You know, you control how late a swing can be and how early or whatever. So, all right. So let me get back. All right, and I'm gonna F is before this, but that's G flat. So let me put an F in. I'm actually going to, and as you can see, I mean, you can kind of see from where this structure is laid, you already know that A flat is going to be the next key, you know, so I want to riff this too. I want to bring it up, then back down. That's what I'm doing, just so you know. Just basically giving it a little swing. All right, so this is how it's gonna sound now. All right, so you know, you took it from that, you know, all right melody to something a little more. You know, it gave it just a little bit more soul, a little bit more bump, a little bit more jump. All right, so that's how you do a riff melody. All right, so now I'm going to jump into the roads and chords. Right now I'm using a road from TWE, a soundfont road. It's dry right now, and just going to go ahead and play some keys with that. Again, we're sticking with the D flat scale. All right, I'm gonna start with EB because I want to at least use B flat in my chord. So I'm gonna start with E flat. I don't know why I say EB. E flat, and then I'm probably gonna do a non-chord with this. All right, so you got E flat, G flat, B flat, D flat, then F. All right, so that gives you 9. That gives you your non-chord. So C, D, E, E flat. All right. All right, E flat, then G flat. So E, F, G, G flat, B flat, That's A flat, B flat. Remember. C, D, E, F, G, A, B, B flat. All right. Then D flat, B, C, D, D flat. Then F. C, D, E, F. All right, so that's a C9 chord. I mean, that's a 9 chord. Let's do a 7. All right, it's a 9 chord. So now, if you wanted to riff up to it, just basically just move this over like 1 notch, move this over 2 notches. You know, basically build a ladder. All right. So you want to give it a more a slower approach with it. You just move this a little farther. Again, you're trying to emulate your fingers. You're trying to emulate. Yeah, sorry. My fingers ain't having it right. Yeah, fingers is just not having it right. But yeah, you basically tried to look cool on here and messed up. All right, so yeah, emulate your fingers. And move this down. Yeah, that's it. You know, that's a chord riff. You know, it's emulation. You have to figure out what you do and then emulate it somehow. All right. So now let me get to adding swing to your drums manually. I'm actually I already added the drums. Yeah, I'm going to use other drums because I don't like stock drums that come with FL. So I'm just going to do a simple beat pattern. I mean, because you have the sequencer here, and it gives you a simple little beat pattern that you can do. Alright, so I'm going to add swing to the actual kick instead of the snare for right now. I'm just really doing this to give you an idea of what you can do. Alright, so what you would do is right click on the channel that you want to change, send to piano roll. Alright, and that would then, you remember what I told you about adding about where you plot your notes for the swing that you want to achieve. You basically, again, you can usually either the block behind or a move right behind that block. So you want to hear it. Also, give it like more of a ghost. Give it more of a ghost feel. I also like to kind of switch up on the swing a little bit, just to give it a little bit more flavor. Just a little bit more flavor. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. You can do this stuff your own way. If you wanted to even have a little bit more control of where you put your drums, if you don't have, I don't have an MPC, to really play my play my drums in the way I want. So I just use this method for right now. You can set it to none as well, and you can put it whatever you want. Especially when you want to achieve that off kilter approach when you don't have an MPC. There you go. So that's it, man. Using this change and plotting in your notes a little more, with a little bit more ease and a little bit more preciseness, so to speak. It'll really, small changes like that really boost the potential of your song and your track. So hopefully, I was able to help you guys and help somebody, with something. But a quick update on what I have going on while I got your attention. The two biggest things I have going on. One is a project that I'm working on with my man Yag Murdoch. He's another extremely dope producer. I know he's a very humble guy, but he inspires me a lot with a lot of his stuff. He inspires me to think of different things and think outside the box. So I don't know if he knows that, but he does. So I appreciate him and appreciate that we're both being able to work. I've been wanting to work with this cat for a while. I met him. My first encounter with him was when I joined. They had Aces Galvin has a Battle of the Beats tournament edition that he does every year, and that was just my first year. I thought I was doing something. And my first battle. 'Cause I knew that I had brought a little something to the table. I wasn't overconfident or anything like that or arrogant, but I knew I was doing something. I wanted to see how far I could take my skill. So my first battle with this dude, one funky brother, Yagma, and he tried to kill. And he had this ill switch up, and the beat was just crazy. I'm like, nah, all these trap dudes, and then I get the one dude that know what he doing. And at that moment, he gave my respect, man. And I had been wanting to work with him ever since. And he's a real down to earth dude, and I respect his music style, man. So so we're working together. We're working on this nice, mentally stimulating project. We want this project to be as powerful as it could possibly be, to reach every brain synapse in the listener's brain. Our music is coming full force. The beats are coming full force. Also, on top of that, we're going to have a lot of lyricists. We got quite a few lyricists, neo soul singers, spoken word, the rhyming, MCing. It's quite a few people. And just to give you an idea of what to expect, all right, we got Course the Doc on this. We got he's probably gonna be MCing. 108 probably be doing some MCing. We got Biologic. MCing. We got Classic Half Artist. He's MCing. We got Saki. Got Negro Saki in here, and he's gonna be doing some truth rap, man. And he always speaking that truth, man. So I was super psyched that he agreed to help with this project. Because we're trying to reach the back of the brain. We're not even trying to just reach the front. We reaching the whole front, back, side, everywhere. We got D Rhymes, we got Shamir from World of Light. We got Azuri Gava. We got Afro Beats. We got Glyphic, the Overthinker. Um, we got Sarah Winton with her pipes, because she's very, very soulful woman. I love her. That's my girl right there. Um, he got Yakab Israel. I think he's either gonna do. Spoken word or rhyming, but he speaks that truth too. It's gonna be powerful, man. Power you, he's supposed to be bringing somebody in, but he's been having some issues, computer issues. So I'm sure he'll get back with me when he gets that up and running. And also, there was this one woman I heard last night. Shamir, he does a broadcast every Tuesday night at 10 p.m. Eastern. Hi, plug. So he played some of her stuff. Oh man, I tell you, I fell in love, man. Her voice is magical, and hopefully I can get home here. Her name is Annie Day. Man, I would love for her to get on one of these tracks that I have a little neo soul on. So we'll see if that happens. I know she's real busy, so we'll see. Hopefully I get home there. But yeah, that's what's going on. That's a big project. That's going to be taking up most of my time at the moment. Also, the Summer in the City project. My man on Wire, he organizes these pragmatic theory projects that are just huge, because everyone on the project they're so talented, man, and everybody's so serious about their craft and their skill and what they bring to the table. And it was just, I was able to be a part of that this time because I missed out on the last project, which was the Curtis Mayfield tape. They usually have a beat tape, then they have an MC tape where people, rhyme over the beats that were submitted before. And yeah, I'm super stoked about this whole project. It's already blowing up, already getting good reviews, and it's a grand project. And I appreciate Manon for allowing me to get on this. I appreciate meeting all the people that contributed to the project. I mean, it was a great experience. Again, just love to meet other like-minded people when it comes to music. So like-minded people. So look out. I'll put a link to the current beat tape that's out now. It came out this past Sunday. I'll include a link to that in the description. The MC version of this project should be here probably within a month or so. So you look out for that. Yeah, so that's got quite a few collabs that are in the works with a lot of people that I got to get to, and sorry that I haven't been able to get to a lot of them. Just been crazy busy, man, and but I'm definitely gonna get with everybody that I have collabs with. I don't want to forget people, so I'm always glad for people to even collab with me in the first place. So because I respect anybody that takes music seriously. All right, and that's pretty much it about what's going on. I had something else that I thought I was gonna say, but I just forgot that fast. But anyway, I guess it wasn't that important. So thanks for checking this video out. I know I took 33 minutes of your time. Hopefully you got something out of it and it wasn't a waste of your time. And thanks a lot. Peace out.